Hey everyone, welcome to another edition of my live tea tasting. I'm really excited to start this one, so I'm going to wait until a couple guys come in so I can start the show. This week is going to be, hey Carmen, you're first. Welcome. So, hey Teresa, I'm so glad you made it because I'm going to need you more than anything else in this stream because you're going to keep me honest. All right, so tonight's mystery flavor, and that's the challenge that I've been. Hey, Elsie, how's it going? I've been I've been looking forward to this all week. I was supposed to have done it last week, but as you guys know, the tea never quite made it. So I made a quick substitution. But this week is the week. I have no idea what's in this tea. I didn't even open it, you guys. Check it out. It's still in the envelope. It's still sealed. I haven't touched it. I have no idea what I'm in for tonight. So this is going to be an interesting one. I don't even know how to what temperature to steep it at. So I'm going to be guessing. I'm assuming that this is going to be an herbal blend. So I'm going to do it at the regular 212. But I have no idea. So I'm going to go ahead and start the water running. And we're going to get this party started because I'm excited to see what's going on here. So let me go ahead and break the seal. Yeah, it's the element of surprise. It's the worst kind of surprise because I have no idea what I'm in for. And if I'm wrong, I'm going to be embarrassing myself in front of all of my friends. Which, you know, it's something I do pretty often anyway, but whatever. Okay, so breaking the seal, little by little. My fingers are too big. Hold on. There we go. You know, I just realized I don't even know if this is a tea bag or if it's loose. Let me see. Oh, it's tea bags. Okay, so I have my first. It's a few tea bags. Okay, so I have my first clue. It's Pucka. I don't know what Pucka is. It looks like a brand. But all I have... Shayna, welcome. All I have is Pucka. I have no idea. Let me see. Okay, so it's very floral. Right off the bat, I'm smelling something floral in here. It's hard to place it because it's very grassy. Now it's going to be even harder because since it's in a bag, I can't see it. Oh, Teresa. Oh. I don't know if you can read that. It's coming out blurry. It says turmeric glow. Too late. How could I not read? I just pulled it out. This is the first thing I saw. You were supposed to say. How was I supposed to know? Okay, that can't be the only ingredient. Hey, you can't blame me for this one. I have no idea. But still, I'm going to continue going because, like I said, turmeric cannot be the only ingredient. Well, I know turmeric's in it. Okay, yeah, there's turmeric in this one, for sure. And I'm going to have to open it up. Alright. So, here's me opening it up into my strainer. I'm going to have to open up a couple of... Wow, there's so little tea in here. I'm going to have to open up a couple bags. Where's the... There we go. They don't have... Oh, there it is. There it is. It was giving me trouble with the little Yeah, I kind of figured. So, now that the main ingredient has been guessed, I can't open this thing now. Ah, this thing is tough. Hey, Michelle, how's it going? Okay. In case you've missed it, the mystery has been mostly solved because of the label on the thing. Good, glad to hear, glad to hear. It wasn't my fault. This was an unforeseen circumstance. Ah, there we go. Now everything is in tea bags, but there's not enough for me to identify it and taste it at the same time. So I'm opening a bunch of them. I didn't cheat. This was the one thing you didn't consider. I didn't know you were going to send me tea bags. You were the one who didn't plan for this. But don't worry, I'm gonna persevere. I'm still opening the tea bags, by the way. Oh my god, these tea bags they're like fabric. There we go. And if you don't get them just right, I'll leave the rest to my taste buds, but I'll have to also continue to smell it and look at it and see what else could possibly be in here. I mean, I give you kudos for scratching out the ingredients and stuff like that, so that's something. But now everything in my room, I'm hurrying! Everything in my room smells like turmeric. I know, me too. Just imagine how I feel. I'm like opening this stuff and trying to. I have this huge stack of. Oh, excuse me. Of what is that stuff called? Like the bags and bags and bags of. You know what I'm talking about. These label wrapper things. Okay, so I opened up all of them. I opened up all of these tea bags, and apparently I've been doing it wrong all this time, because 6 tea bags and this is all I get. So maybe I've just been doing them wrong and I don't know it, but okay, so we have turmeric, that's for sure. I'm going to see what I can smell. See, the thing is that the turmeric is very overpowering, because that's all I smell. It looks like it's got little flecks of maybe lemongrass, I can't tell. Turmeric and lemongrass might be a really good combination. There's definitely seasoning in here. A little bit peppery. Hey, Michelle, how's it going? It's a little bit peppery. Okay, so I'm close to something. I want to say if it's close to pepper. This one's tricky. I don't know. Maybe I can taste it a little bit better than I can smell it. Okay, there we go. It's close to lemongrass. Okay. Maybe chamomile, because it has that kind of scent to it. But here we go. I'm pouring it out. There we go. And running the timer. Okay, it's not chamomile. All right, so it's 8:12. It took me 12 minutes to just put the thing on. Excuse me. I've been battling a cough all day, and on top of that, my nose is a little bit stuffed, so I'm at a bit of a disadvantage. But that's okay, because so far I have turmeric. Yeah, I that's what I'm guessing. It's been like this all week. Yeah. Maybe the peppery thing will clear it up. So it's close to lemongrass, maybe lemon zest. I'm assuming. Hey, Allie, welcome. Well, I'm glad that they're alerting us that there's air present. Otherwise, there'll be a lot of people just choking to death. They'll be suffocating, and that would be just awful. All right, so at 8:17, I'll be taking the. Oh wait, I forgot my little holder thingy. My little cup for the infuser. For the infuser. High pollution and ozone. Yes, you came relatively on time. Well, considering that we had a little bit of a late start, and as well, I haven't even finished steeping the tea. You're pretty much here for the whole thing. So I'm going to be tasting this all the way through. Okay, so I'm guessing lemon zest and turmeric. There was a little bit of a green fleck in there. I don't know. It looks familiar. I want to say, what would it be? It's hard to place because it looks like peppermint, but it's not. It doesn't smell like peppermint. So that's gonna be a hard one to guess. There's also little flecks of orange, flecks of it. Maybe it looks kind of like a paprika. So that, I mean, it's a possibility that it's paprika. I wouldn't bet on it, but that's my best guess so far. But I mean, the challenge is still going on. So interesting. How am I close, or is it something like interesting how it would taste in a tea? Because that paprika in a tea might be good in a chai tea. That's something that I might look into. Well, yeah, I mean, paprika in general is interesting, but I mean, like, in what sense would you say that my guess is interesting as paprika? It's a long shot. I have to admit, it's definitely a long shot. Who's going to put paprika in the tea? But it's might be a long shot, but it's a shot. I got 2 more minutes. 2 minutes until I pull out the infuser. And yeah, absolutely. I know it's like it's gonna be interesting. That's for sure. And you say that it's got properties that's supposed to be good for my stomach. So I hope the fact that I used 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 tea bags in this thing is not gonna like put me down for the count tomorrow. I'm hoping, because you never know. I mean, I do have a pretty strong constitution. No, I'm not sweetening the tea because I don't want it to influence what I'm tasting. Ginger, I don't think it's ginger, but I'll have to see when I taste it. Because okay, great. Yeah, I hope to be good. If it is ginger, I'll taste it better than smell and see it, because it doesn't smell spicy at all. So that's what I'm hoping it'll give something away. Oh, it's 8:17. So I'm gonna go ahead and pour this out. Where is right in front of me? And of course, I forgot my T-Rex. I was so busy calling people, I forgot to I forgot to set up properly. Oh, not to worry. These things happen. Especially to me. Oh, I can't pull this thing out. There we go. Ooh, okay. So right off the bat, everything looks yellow and green. Now, looking at it again, it looks more. It looks like lentils, like a lentil kind of side dish. I'll show you real quick. There's a lot of like oranges, yellows, and some green. I still don't know what's in there. Okay, now it's become even more fragrant. It's kind of got this like almost a soup kind of scent to it. So there's definitely some seasoning of some sort. I think there is ginger in this. Now that it's wet, Aaron, what's up? Now that it's wet, the ginger is coming out a lot more. Oh yeah, yeah. Okay, so we got turmeric and ginger so far. I'm still looking at those green things. I cannot place what that is. That I can smell. It's kind of like got a salty, grassy kind of scent to it, but it's not a green tea leaf. That's for sure. No ginger? There's a spice of some sort. I'm trying to figure out what it is. But there is a spice. I just cannot place it. I'll let you know after I taste it and I mull things over a little bit. Yeah, me too. I love ginger also. She was great on Gilligan's Island. Ho! No. Wasn't my favorite though. Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and pour this out. I just realized I pulled out my spoon for nothing. There's nothing to stir. I'll put that back. Of course, I pull out the spoon, but I forget that I'm not using sugar. All right, I'm gonna put you guys down for just a second while I pour this. Oh, excuse me. While I pour this out. Okay, so all of that yellow is turmeric right off the bat. There we go. And ironically, I think I might have to save it for later though, but ironically I was going to do my turmeric tea from Adagio next week, but I'm going to have to switch things up a little bit. Excuse me. Yeah, I'm going to be fighting this cough. It's a good thing I have some hot tea here to soothe it. Okay, here we go. It kind of does look like Mountain Dew, but not on the green side. Hey, Beth, welcome. Okay. Ooh, this stuff is hot. I might be doing myself a disservice by drinking it extremely hot, because, like I've mentioned before, the when it cools down, you'll get the You'll get more flavor out of it. Did I get the seasonal TB? What do you mean TB? TB or not TB? That is the question. I'm sorry for that one. I couldn't resist. Okay, so it's got kind of a kind of like a cleaning product taste to it, but not like in the sour sense. It's kind of got like a lemony something to it. It's probably lemon zest or just natural lemon flavors. But then again, turmeric does taste like lemon on its own, so I don't know, we'll see. I'm trying to place that. I've had it before. But when I have had it, I've had it in lemongrass, where it's got kind of like the aftertaste of a cleaning product, but not quite. Yeah, lemony snicket. We'll make cookies, lemony snickerdoodles. I have to say it's quite flavorful. Normally I would if I wasn't trying to guess what's in it. It doesn't really need it though. It's got a really good flavor. I would definitely, but then again also, now that I mention it, I've put 6 bags of this in there. So it's got a strong enough flavor to stand on its own. And that's how I like my tea anyway, nice and strong. It doesn't really need it. Maybe some honey. I think some honey might do it well because it's not honey isn't as sweet, and it would bring out the natural flavors a bit. I do have some honey. I might just put some in just because, but not yet. And there's something very flowery about it. See, I'm trying to place it. It's not just a turmeric. I'm really considering this because it's got like a soup kind of taste to it as well. I want to say no, it's not hibiscus. Hibiscus is really what if I make strength? If I use tea to make up, to make strength for where I'm lacking, I'm not quite sure what that means. As far as I know, I'm not lacking any strength. I take plenty of steroids. Just kidding. I don't take any steroids. Don't do drugs, kids. Because then you'll turn out like me. See, the problem here is that the turmeric is going to be very strong, so it's hard to get the subtle aftertastes. I don't know. I don't know what I eat most of the time. No, I mean what I'm talking about when I say it tastes like a cleaning product. It's from everything that I smell. You know, it's like you know what Lemon Pledge smells like because you use it. And it's so strong that you kind of taste it when you smell it. That's what I'm talking about. Like it's got that little bit of an aftertaste that you get out of a cleaning out of a strong cleaning product. I'm trying to place it. Ooh. Oh wait, something just got me in the back of the throat. That's familiar. It's very faint. Yes, I drink cleaning products and I huff Pledge. My secret's out. That explains a lot, doesn't it? There's something definitely citrusy about it. I just can't quite place it. I think I'll use honey on my second cup just to see if it brings out any flavors. But this is really like it's really challenging. What's that face for? You really got me thinking here. Like I'm trying to figure this out. Cheese tea? I've never even heard of it. Like, what do? It's instead of a tea bag, they just put a block of Velveeta and stick it in hot water. Like maybe take a little bit of cheddar, sprinkle it on top. I mean, if that's the case, why not just make a whole tea pizza? Because that would be awesome. Be like a tea that tastes like pizza. We could even get the Ninja Turtles involved. Thyme. I don't think it's thyme. Thyme doesn't have a really citrusy flavor to it. Not to me, anyway. The pit cheese on... yeah. Well, maybe a little bit ew, but hey, you're the one who brought it up. I have no idea what I'm talking about when it comes to cheese tea. I think I'm gonna have to look into that though, because if you can make it with regular cheese, I might just do it one day. I'll look into it, and I'll be like, oh, so that's how it's done. Okay. I'm really trying to place that. Oh, I definitely will. You know I don't back down when it comes to food challenges. Hey, Maria! How's it going? Excuse me. I wouldn't say grapefruit. It's not, it doesn't have that bitter aftertaste. I would have covered my mouth, but I'm still holding the tea. So, and I'm holding the phone. So I'm not being rude. It's just nobody's here. So I don't have anybody to spread my germs to. Okay, oh, I gotta think this one through. I would say... times like these, I wish I had like a multiple choice. I'm glad you made it. I'm happy. You can help cheer me on while I try to figure out what my sister's poisoning me with. Aside from turmeric, because apparently it's got turmeric in it. And since you just came before the beginning of the challenge, I guessed that all by myself. Don't tell her. I'm just a tea genius. That's what it was. No, don't give me any choices. I want to see how good my detective skills are, or tea-tective skills are. The puns are flowing tonight. Oh, let me think. See. There's definitely another flower in there that I haven't quite got yet. It tastes maybe it's sunflower petals, or there's definitely a petal in there. It's not cornflower. Sure, you couldn't. You can scratch me from one side of my neck to the other with some keys, but you'll never poison me. I'm trying to figure this one out. So I can guarantee it's not going to be it's not going to be a caffeinated tea. This is straight up herbal. I wouldn't say dandelion. Although they do make dandelion tea. I've had tea of dandelion root before, and it's not that grassy. So, hey Ralph, what's going on? It's the second week in a row that I had tea bags. Of course, this one I had to tear apart to use, but by the same token, it's 2 weeks in a row that I had to use tea bags. So we're just calling your name right about now. Let me think. It's not rose petals. Maybe a sunflower of some kind. I think maybe a sunflower petal. That's gonna be my best guess. I want to say maybe a cornflower, but that's less likely. Unless, of course, the dandelions have... yeah, I absolutely am. Oh, having patience. Okay, yeah, that sounds more like you. I'm thinking, geez, this is hard. Wow, I'm like really struggling here to figure out what that petal is. Hey Anna, what's up? You made it. Glad you could come. Is anybody writing this stuff down? Because I didn't think to do that. But Therese, you know if I'm right or wrong already. You've probably got the list in front of you. Oh, and there was a note, by the way. I don't know what it says because I was too busy tasting. But my lovely sister writes, I hope you like it. Let me know when you will taste it live. It's too late. You already know when I'm tasting it live. And you know I always tell you anyway, so you just wasted some paper and pen. But I do like it. There's a petal, and then there's also a seasoning that I'm not getting. It's slightly salty, but not quite. It's, I'd like to say something along the lines of paprika, but it's not quite there. It does look like split pea soup. It's made by Pucka. Oh, it's tangled up. Let go! There we go. It's a Pucka, Pukka, and it's called Glow. It's Pucka Glow. I don't know if that's the name of the country. I mean, not the country. The name of the name of the company. Woo. Okay, so it's starting to get a little bit bitter as it cools, which is probably due to the floury portion of it. That usually happens. I don't know, is turmeric a flower? Because I might just be beating around the bush and trying to, because I know it's an ingredient, but I don't know how it grows. So that might be the actual flower that I'm trying to place. Hey Rick, welcome. Okay, so turmeric is a root, so it's not the petal. Okay, good. So I'm still kind of sort of on the right track somewhere. This is really hard. Well, I mean, considering that I'm going in blind, a little bit congested, and I'm at a severe disadvantage here. I have no idea. Oh, I'm pretty sure. I'm pretty sure I'm gonna laugh. I usually do anyway. And there's something like on the back end. I think it might be arsenic? Ah! Okay, it's not arsenic. For a second there, I thought I was dead. But apparently not. Okay, so the origin of Pukka is from Hindi Paka. It means authentic and real. So there's no arsenic at all. So I'm not really dead. I don't know. I mean, I let me see. I don't feel dead. Nope. I'm still alive. I'm sure you guys would tell me if I was dead. No, you wouldn't tell me? Well, that's okay. I'm sure I'd figure it out somehow. And after I do, I'm coming to haunt your behind. Gonna wait until 3 o'clock in the morning and I'm banging on the door. Be like, hey, you killed me. Ah. This is really difficult. See, because the thing is that I'm big on teas, but not so much the herbal blends. Hey, Marshall, welcome. I'm not so big on the herbal blends. Well, yeah, you guys can totally cheat all you want. This is me. I'm trying to figure this out from scratch. So you guys can cheat all you want. You just don't tell me. Alright, I'm gonna go and top myself off a little bit. It kind of looks like mustard. Oh, it looks like it didn't quite settle. I gotta mix it up a bit. I got a big burst of powder from the last bit. And you know what? I'm gonna put a little bit of honey because the honey might help. Well, that I appreciate that. You're not gonna tell me. I'm gonna put a little bit of honey. That might help me get some clues. Okay, there we go. So it's gonna be like kind of a before and after deal. Hey, Addie, welcome. I didn't know whether to send you a reminder because you're rarely on the messenger. Okay. Marigold. I tasted a little bit of marigold on that one when I put the honey in. I'm like 30 or 40% sure there's some marigold in here. Oh, and I dribbled a little honey. No marigold? I thought that would have been the flower that I was tasting. Man, I'm batting 1,000. Okay, the honey was a big mistake. Because now all I taste is honey. This is bad. I just screwed the pooch. But the fact that the honey overpowers it so much might be a clue. And also the fact that it's from India, that might be a clue as well, because India has a certain trend when it comes to spices. Unfortunately, those trends are usually like spicy spices, like chai. I'm drinking it, but I mean, this is tonight's challenge. If you're gonna be impatient and like want me to just give up, that's not what I'm about. So anyway, I'm just trying to think. Like I was saying, if this was like a chai, I would go with cloves, maybe a little cinnamon bark, but that's not what's in here. This is not a chai. Man, this is tough. I would have to say, you know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna turn my fan a little bit on me because I'm hot. I appreciate that, Addie. The more the merrier. Oh. It's made in the UK. Well, that kind of defeats the purpose of having a Hindi name. That's appropriation. Cultural appropriation. I protest myself in front of everybody here. Oh, excuse me. This has been moral outrage. Okay. Excuse me. Choking a little bit. I'm still sticking with that lemongrass. I'm not drunk. This is how I act when I'm sober. Well, I know, but that's kind of the thing. I mean, when the British invaded and settled, well, I don't want to say invaded, but settled in India, there was a lot of cultural appropriation. And so the Indian population of the UK had skyrocketed. I mean, it's huge over there. It's like you have India has the highest concentration of Indians, and then second is the UK for that very reason. There was traffic back and forth. See, and that's something I found interesting. That I had now that, well, yeah, colonized. That's the word I was looking for. I didn't want to say invaded because there was no actual invasion, but there was a cultural exchange. Hey, Mrs. Cheney, welcome. There was a cultural exchange, and tons of Indians went to the UK. It became a trend. And so, I mean, I'm not really morally outraged by tea, but I'm not surprised by it either. I mean, it was the same thing as when I talk about rooibos being a German word in a South African country. Well, in South Africa, which is an African country. It's the same thing, cultural appropriation. Okay, I'm still trying to get that. See, there's a flower and a lemon in there. You know what? If I'm thinking correctly, I might go back on that grapefruit thing and say if it was grapefruit flavor without the bitter aftertaste, because the bitter aftertaste usually comes out of the pulp itself. But when you powder it down, it doesn't become it doesn't get that. Nicole, welcome. I was hoping you'd pop in, showing signs of life, because I know that you're not working tonight. Oh my God, this is killing me. You guys can tell me as soon as I'm finished with this with the tea. And I still have about half a cup left. Tonight's tea is actually the mystery tea. I'm trying to guess what's in it, because my sister has put me to the challenge. And this is like, I think that I'm getting close, but not hitting the mark. So far, I've got like a lemon zest kind of taste to it, with a flower petal of some sort. But I'm not quite hitting the bullseye yet, and I don't think I will exactly, because I'm not really good with herbal blends. I'm better with like actual tea. I'm gonna try again. And plus, I messed myself up by putting honey in it the second time around, hoping that would bring out the flavor, but it's actually muted it. So my own plan has failed me. No, this is a tea that my sister picked out. So I'm going in totally blind. Like, the only clue I've had was when I opened up the tea bag. It said turmeric on the label. So that was like the dead giveaway right there. Turmeric. But other than that, I'm trying. Like, there's other stuff in there. Maybe if I look, because it kind of looks like lentils. I know that that's not an actual tea ingredient, but... Well, yeah, that is true. My taste might be a little bit off, but generally, my sinus trouble doesn't affect my taste. Like, I've never eaten anything where I couldn't taste it at all. And everybody says that happens. I have no idea. And you see, the thing is that there's chunks of orange, which is probably the turmeric itself. But then there's lighter orange, there's lighter greens, and darker greens. So there's at least three other ingredients that I'm not quite getting. And one of them looks like a leaf or a flower of some sort. It looks like a leaf, but it tastes like a flower petal. So I'm kind of trying to figure it out. Oh, thanks. I'm trying to feel better. I mean, my allergies have been acting up all week. But at least since I put in the honey, I'm not coughing as much. The only prize I get is bragging rights. I could call myself a tea genius, but I don't think that I'm going to be quite hitting that level tonight. I wonder if I could be a teenius. Genius? No. I don't like it either. That's just awful. Although, maybe I should have placed a wager. Be like, if I get it right, Teresa gets to do my laundry for 3 weeks. You can send me another tea as a prize. Okay. And that one would have arsenic in it. Like, nobody makes a fool out of me! The antidote is the prize, exactly. Terrific. Oh, the puns are going to be coming out. Yes, exactly. Kara loves her puns too. She's a regular Rapunzel. Ah. That's... no. If you guys never watch this stream again, I wouldn't blame you. These are terrible jokes. Okay, let me see. This is it? A little bit. I got the yellow tongue. Oh my god, it's really yellow. Thanks for pointing that out. Now that's all I'm going to be thinking about the rest of this stream. Like, I look like I've been like licking lemons. Just, for like 3 hours. Or maybe having one of those lemon head candies. Okay, I'm almost done. I have maybe a quarter of a cup left. So I'm just gonna have to bite the bullet and say what I think is in this. So turmeric is one. Something close to lemongrass, I'm gonna say lemon zest. Something flowery. And it's not marigold, and it's not cornflower, it's not rose. Actually, if it was muted, it might be cornflower. I might reconsider. But I don't see anything colored as cornflower in there. So that's the problem. Like, it kind of has that taste, but it's not. It's I don't think it's cornflower. It doesn't look like cornflower. Maybe that yellow one, the yellow stuff is like sunflower, or maybe Shannon was right and it is dandelion. So I'll put sunflower / dandelion. And I can't figure out what that green one is. That green one is got to be an herb of some sort. I would have to say oregano. No. God, I don't know what green herb it would be. Yeah, I'm just checking my levels. All right, I'm gonna need help here. What kind of green herbs are out there in existence? Let's see. Flower of Noto ginseng. That would explain why I'm giddy. No, they would never put that in there. Well, Judging by how giddy I am, actually, I wouldn't be surprised. So we'll leave that as like a tier 2 kind of ingredient. But yeah, I'm. It's not flower of nodo ginseng. The pharmaceutical kind. I don't know. Do they sell marijuana at pharmacies now? It's medical marijuana. That would also explain the giddiness. Basil? guinea pig food. Yes, they put guinea pig food in my tea. I would bet that. With little chunks of dried corn. Catnip? Catnip? Catnip might explain my giddiness too. No, it's not catnip. Maybe dillweed. Because it does have a kind of an aftertaste. Oh, there's a dispensary? How many times have you visited, huh? Let me see. It's not mint. It's not well, yeah, no, it can't be lavender. I didn't see any lavender seeds. I don't know. This is killing me. And I'm running really, really low. I'm not surprised, Teresa. And medical marijuana, I have heard. So, whatever, I mean, if that's what you guys are applying for, then go have your fun. Just don't do drugs, kids. Don't do drugs. Okay. I'm gonna chug the rest of this, and then you guys can tell me what the answer is. So, oh no, wait. I'm gonna chug it. I'm gonna give my final answers, and then you guys can tell me how wrong I am, except for the turmeric, because I know 100% that's right. No hints. I want this to be organic, like the tea. It's getting away from me. I have a bit of a drinking problem. I can't keep it all in my mouth. Yeah. Oh, the very end of that was really powdery. I should have stirred it up better. Okay, now that I got like a nice healthy dose of that flavor, I still don't taste any chamomile, so it's not got chamomile in it. Alright, so finally, yeah, I know what you're thinking, Shanna. Okay, final answer. I'm gonna go with turmeric, lemon zest, cornflower / sunflower, and what was my last one? I don't remember what my last one was. I got the hiccups. I have to give some sort of guess. It's gonna be that green one. Flower of nodo ginseng. Gin? Is it ginseng? Because that will count if it is ginseng. Okay, tell me. I'm ready. Hit me. do, 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 do. What do you mean, no? You're not going to tell me what's in it? Daffodil would be a good guess. I don't know if they put it in tea. I haven't heard of it, but it's a possibility. Okay, Therese, hit me. What's in it? And while we wait for the answer, you will be subjected to my musical talents, of which I have none. So here's your thinking music. I've actually had dandelion tea before. It's really good, but it's more grassy. So I wouldn't say it's dandelion. Unless it was just the root that was grass. Not grass. Yeah, grassy. Turmeric. I don't know what pinhole wild jade is. Licorice, cardamom pod, lemon essential oils. Okay. So it was the lemon essential oils, lemon whole. So I'm guessing that's dried or powdered lemon, and lemon verbena leaf. So that's a lot of lemon. So I was in the general area. I'll count that. Licorice root. Licorice root I would have never guessed because it's not really that strong. Like licorice I would have gotten. I was actually thinking about cardamom, but cardamom is usually associated with chai, and again I wasn't getting that from there. But the green tea I should have guessed that was the green leaf. I was just thinking because it's not a green tea that it would be that it wouldn't have been put in there, but I guess I was wrong. But at least I was able to identify the green leaf. So that a third of a point there. Okay. I guess I was proven to be only a quarter of a tea genius. I like licorice root. I just don't like licorice candy. Like, it depends on what it's in. They have a tea at... I've talked about this before. A tea at Adagio that tastes like root beer. There's licorice in there. Or licorice root. And it's pretty good. I like it in there. Okay, so... I guess that's... gonna wrap up the challenge portion of tonight's show. You guys have any questions, any comments, anything you want to throw at me? I already know what you're gonna ask, Teresa. What kind of dessert would this go well with? I don't think it's really good for dessert tea. What is that? Inflammation. A lot of South Asian brides put turmeric on their faces to brighten their skin before a wedding. Okay, well that's like an unexpected benefit. I wasn't planning on getting married anytime soon, but I can always just put turmeric on my face for the heck of it. Just be like, hey! I'll just come out looking like my tongue. Ah! You imagine this? All over. Ah! Okay, so I'm thinking, what would I eat with this? I would say this would go well with a kind of, like, because it's not super sweet. I would say something with bread. Maybe a sandwich or so. Well, that might be the case too. I wouldn't be surprised. It's got a lot of health benefits. But I hear it's also not good if you have any heart conditions. I would do my best to look good in an Asian wedding dress. I don't think I'd ever have a reason to put one on, but if I did, if I ever had any reason to put a wedding dress on, I would make sure it was Asian. But I would actually pair this up with maybe a sandwich of some sort. Maybe ham, cheese, and salami, lettuce, tomato, and tea. What's next? There is something I'm considering. I don't know if I'm going to be able to do it next week. It's going to be in the very soon future. I was looking at Amazon for mate gourds, and I want to do a mate, and I want to do it right. So the way that mate is done, you put the tea on the bottom of the gourd, and it's an actual gourd when it's done. Authentically, they brew it in the bottom of the bowl, and then they have a straw with a filter on the bottom, and you drink it from there. And I'm about to sneeze, and it's not coming out, and it's going back into my eyeball. Okay, it's gone. That was interesting. The way you drink it is you filter it. Thank you. You filter it in the tea itself. So there's no infuser. There's nothing. It's just the straw with the filter. I've never had it that way, but I'm looking at the gourds, and there are some really beautiful gourds. So I'm looking at buying one, having it delivered here, and once I get it, then we'll be having mate that night. Yeah, it's a little bit of a personal problem, but not so much that it'll get me down. I also want to do a matcha, but matcha I want to get a new bowl because I have a matcha bowl already. It's very basic. This came in like a gift set, but see, it's really basic. There's not much to it. I want to get a really, really nice one so that, it's for me, but again, it's for you as well. The same reason why I bought my my teapot. It's a little fancy schmancy that I like to do little things like this because it keeps you guys interested. Changing it up a bit every so often never hurts. And I'm about to sneeze again, and it will not come out. I refuse to let it come out. Ooh. There we go. Okay, so it looks like my face is working against me. So, you guys have any questions, any comments, anything you want to bring up before I close out? Oh, okay, it's gone. My sneeze is leaving me alone for the time being. Oh, but now my eye is twitching, see? Wow, that is really annoying. And that has been happening all day, see? There's like a little pulse. Oh, that's driving me nuts. In South Korea, the tea rooms are so beautiful. No, it's not off topic. What? Take off my shoes? Yeah, that's not off topic at all. I mean, we are talking about tea. So anything tea related is still topic related, unless it was like we were talking about something that was not related to my pulsating eye, because anything to get us off the subject of that would probably be best. But this usually happens when I have too much caffeine in my system, and that's been like that all week. So thank you, you two. I'll definitely take a little something, maybe an allergy pill or something before bed. I should have a guest try mystery tea. That would be a challenge because, it would have to be somebody that's really familiar with tea. I have no idea. I'll consider it, but I can't make any promises because, my tea social circle is a little bit lacking. But yeah, definitely that's something I'll consider. A little bit, yeah. I'm not so much a Chihuahua because Chihuahuas can be vicious, and I'm too laid back for that. Maybe an anxious tea drinking pit bull, because contrary to popular belief, they're really laid back. As my little June bug has shown me very, very many times, that she just plops down all the way. That's me. I'm just like, ah. She's my spirit animal, and I love her. So, you guys have any questions, anything you want to throw at me before I call it a night? Which is getting very soon, because, yes, my little June bug. I love her. But yeah, that husky, that was love at first sight too, but alas, it may not be meant to be. Okay, well, I'm going to go ahead and turn everything off now, because, oh, my face is attacking me, and I have to, yes, I'll send you, I'll send you the dog UPS. See how, would I do this again soon? It depends. I would say, I'm still waiting for your friend to get the, to give you the ingredients list of the other one. I still have it over here waiting. I haven't tried it yet. But I'd be willing to do that one also. Just gotta get those ingredients. Let me know. Oh, okay. Well, I'm gonna go ahead and turn in for the night, because my face is starting to get a little bit out of hand, and I have been doing this for slightly over an hour. So this is one of my longer ones, and I'm glad you guys showed up. I'm glad you guys kept me going, and I'm happy for this challenge, because this one really, really did that for me. You met the guy in a back alley? Okay, so I'll be sure to be prepared that night for anything that could possibly happen. So, once again, have a good night, and I'll be linking this on YouTube. Don't forget to subscribe. My link is already on my Facebook page for everybody who is on my Facebook list. And for those of you who are not, just let me know if you want the link, and I'll send it to you. Okay? Have a good night, everyone. I will. Night, Addie.